Hi, Kirk Junge here, learninggolf.tv. Today talking about how to time the release of the golf club and what the release is. A lot of people talk about it and have a lot of different opinions regarding it. To me, it's pretty simple, and I like to keep things as simple as possible in my teaching so that people understand. And I think it makes sense that what we're doing when we talk about release is simply in the golf swing, we cock the wrist. They create an angle between the leading arm and golf club, and also the right arm, trailing arm, and golf club. So we've created an angle at setup. There's not such a big angle, and at the top of the backswing there is. So the basic idea is, when in the swing do I want to release the angle, and how do we do that? So a lot of people have the idea that to release, we need to hit with the right hand. I get asked very often, Kirk, which hand do you feel powers the golf swing? Which hand do you hit the ball with? My answer is neither. The job of my trailing hand, for me, my right hand, is simply to hold the angle here until it's time to let it go. If in most cases, what I see, people are coming down this way, and the right hand basically tries to hit the ball. And so what happens is the club will either hit the ground early, or as they're doing that, they're pulling up and top the ball. So they're releasing early because the trailing arm is active. It's releasing too soon. It's almost never do I see somebody releasing too late. So what you need to do is very simply learn, when do I release? You could do this. Take your golf club, hold onto the shaft with the trailing hand fingers like this, and then make some short swings. If you don't release, you'll see what happens. The club never gets down to the ground. If you release too early, the club's going to hit the ground. What we want to do, think of it like a slingshot. We're going to pull it back, and then we're going to hold it, and we're going to use our body to rotate and turn to a position until it's the right time to release. So if you make a few swings, you can do this and see that you release in the right time so that the club head hits the ground in the proper position. When you do this properly, what happens, the club comes in quite flat because the grip is leading, the face stays square, and the club head stays very level going through, creating that magical flat spot through impact that all the pros have. So it looks something like this if I'm practicing. You want to do it where there's no divots. Here I have a couple divots. Release too early. Release later. Release later. So if you can do this very slowly, and then put the right hand on the club and make a couple swings, get a feel for it, and start out slowly with golf balls trying to feel the same thing. Something like that.